Welcome to See You at the Table, where stories meet grace. Here we gather, not just to speak, but to listen. If you want to witness how God brings people together from all around the world through powerful testimonies, tune in and see you at the table. Here's today's host.
Welcome back to See You at the Table, and it is good to see you here. Today, we are here with a guest that we let slip through the cracks a little bit. He's been here for 3 years, but somehow we have never got his testimony. I am proud to announce. Would you like me to say your name or you?
I think you can. You can announce me.
Colin. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, see you. Y'all may know him. He walks around a lot. He's currently on a journey, weight loss, right? Or are we weight gaining now?
We are weight gaining now.
Yeah, you look great, dude. You look great.
Appreciate it.
I've been noticing you've been losing a lot of weight. Now he's back. You weight gaining, right?
Yep.
So he's trying to get those gains in. Hey, so I know you're around like in a lot of things on this campus. You do choir.
I do.
How's that?
Choir has been wonderful.
It's been wonderful. What are you?
I'm a bass currently.
You're a bass. I would have never guessed. And you're also on the archery team.
I am, yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the archery team.
So, I've been doing archery since I was young, but I've been doing CU since I got here, CU archery. And it's been a wonderful opportunity to walk alongside my teammates, to learn and grow in faith, to walk alongside them in competition, but also to come together as a community at the end of the day.
Okay, a lot of people may not know what I'm about to say, but you're going to know what I'm going to say. What is your draw?
My draw is 55 pounds.
And that's a lot for a bow, right?
It is.
So 55 pounds. All right, so let's get a little bit into today. Something we love to do at CU, especially for first-timers, is to talk about our coming to know Jesus, our testimonies, right? We all have them if you know Jesus, and I think it's a beautiful thing that God gives us that opportunity to show that experience and our experiences with knowing Him and coming to know Him. So, well, with that being said, I would love to hear your testimony, and you can do it however you want. You can shorten it, make it long. It's yours. This is your show.
So as I've continued walking alongside Christ throughout my life, I've had a lot of interesting moments and experiences. One of them has to be, I was walking around the mountains in North Carolina. I think it's called Nebo Archery Range.
North Carolina. Oh, Nebo Archery Range.
And when we were out there, I just remember seeing, this is like this massive chasm that we're in. We're shooting this event. This was one of the most major events that I've shot in my career so far, going through and trying to get a circuit championship. And with that, as I was going through and walking alongside, it was me and my father that day. I just remember seeing how everything's so meticulously created.
Right.
Seeing the nature of these big sweeping hills, snow starting to come down. It was very, very eye-opening to just see such an interesting environment I've been in so many times, and to see the world, but through a different lens, knowing that God created all of it, and it's so meticulously created. Walking alongside God is something that has 100% changed my life since I've gotten here. And to walk alongside the community, to walk alongside my brothers and sisters here, and to serve this community, to serve one another, to look out for as many people as I can, and just honestly to try to love like Jesus. That's the biggest goal that I have as I'm here.
So have you always believed in Christ?
I had a knowledge of Christ growing up. I grew up in a Christian school. We didn't have the greatest theology. And with that, to walk through improper interpretations, I'm like, well, this Jesus guy sounds really cool, but how do I know I can experience this? And at that point in my life, I couldn't. But slowly through my teenage years, I was introduced to God again, reintroduced by one of my best friends back at home. And we were in high school together chopping it up one day. He's like, you worry a lot. And he's like, you gotta give that up, buddy. And I'm like, huh? And for that, he said, you gotta give your life to Jesus. And it was a lot of discernment on his part. He invited me to church. I was a part of their youth group for a while. And with that, my testimony leads me directly here to see you. So walking through high school graduation, one of the most stressful times in my life was determining what college I would go to. And with that, I'm like, all right, Lord would guide my steps. I had all sorts of opportunities and wonderful things, outstanding institutions offering things, and people alongside me going all sorts of different directions. I heard previously that you make some of the most impactful friends and have a lot of really key moments in your life in college. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? My tour at CU here was really eye-opening because it was just this crazy storm. I come in to see you for the first time with that, and I'm like, wait, I've never experienced a tour like this before. Walking through campus with, I believe, Mrs. Davis. She was our tour guide that day, and she's like, the weather isn't usually like this. Like, don't worry. It's going to be better when you're here. And being invited in, I spoke with Trent on my tour as well. I think I spoke with some of the CU archery people at the time. Walking through the process here was really easy. It felt almost fluid. And I felt that as God leading my steps towards here. So I was like, Lord, if this is your will, reveal it in a wonderful and powerful way. And he did. I started having some early conversations with people who were on the team here. Spoke with coaches, coaching staff.
Beautiful.
And it was really eye-opening. And that's what sort of led my steps here to CU. And then through that first semester, I was like, well, this is really stressful. I don't know if I can do this. And at a major point in my life, I made the choice. You got to surrender to the Lord. You got to start to walk in that. And that's what slowly but surely started leading me to the Lord. And I started walking in faith about 3 years ago now.
So you're a song guy, right? That's a beautiful testimony, by the way. I love how just you're able to find your friends in that, and you're able to. It just shows you how strong community is, because all it took was him to be like, man, I think you need Jesus to lead you there, and it's not easy like that for everybody. So that's a huge blessing that's how it was for you, but. You're a huge song guy, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you know this song. Do you know "Order My Steps in Your World, Dear Lord"?
I do not know.
Okay, so it says, "Lead me, guide me, every which way." Right? And I find that sentence just a very beautiful depiction of what you explained, how you were letting God guide you and order your steps. And you said specifically order your steps. That's why I thought about this. But I just think that is so beautiful. And again, it's a beautiful thing to be able to have this conversation with you. So again, man, that's amazing. It really is amazing. And also it's dope to see that when you were first giving first part of your testimony about how you noticed nature and all this. Some people will say that they don't see God, they don't see Him in today's world, but you were able to see the beauty out of an archery thing, out of all things, out of an archery thing. And I also like hiking too, so that really stood out to me. Something I would like to ask you is we are nearing in on 8 minutes. We want to keep this a little bit longer. You're fine with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So something I want to ask you is, through your walk with Christ, where is that leading you now? What are you doing?
So more recent steps for me has been praying for discernment for my next steps.
Right.
As I don't know what those really are yet. I've been thinking about grad school. I've been thinking about applying for jobs. I have been applying for jobs, actually. I'm thinking about going back home. And with that, to make a difference in the community that sent me out initially, or praying for discernment for the Lord to send me to somewhere new.
Okay. So I know you're active in a lot of things on campus, and one of them is the chapel, right? What do you do kind of in the chapel? Give us a little rundown.
So in and around the chapel, I do a lot of things. To keep it simple, I do a lot of office upkeep, but also I do Tuesday nights at DaVaughn.
Tuesday nights at DaVaughn.
I've continued serving on the council for a while, and with that, I've been doing the snack ministry, taking up for Gentry. Shout out Gentry, he's a great guy. And with that, he saw that light in me before I saw it in myself, and being able to lead out, and now opening that up is not just something that I was doing or one of my helpers was doing, but it's something that I've been able to invite more people into.
Right.
The Lord has really worked with that, and it's really became this communal thing. I used to worry about the future of it. I don't now, because the Lord is putting the people in the positions that they need to be in. He is putting the pieces together now, bringing community, bringing fellowship, bringing joy into the kitchen. And as something that I used to have anxiety about, I now can see that God is renewing that for his purpose, for his kingdom, and that after I graduate, it's going to continue. And to see the continued resilience, the zeal, and the love of the community. It's something that inspires me a lot.
Yeah. That's amazing. And another thing I want to touch on about your testimony is I noticed you said worry. And in today's world, a lot of people worry, and it's just about everything. It could be how am I going to get to the bathroom on time? How am I going to make money? How am I going to have a future? You know, and I find it so funny because Jesus is sometimes just in the corner. He's like, man, I already have your life figured out. And I find it beautiful that you said worry was a big part of that because, you know, a lot of this world, I'm almost positive a lot of you all could agree with that, is that you worry a lot. And I guess since we're wrapping up here soon, what's something you would like to leave at this table, a quote or something?
So what I want to leave here at the table today is some good news. I want to leave a God-given promise through Ephesians 5:1-3. Therefore, be imitators of God as dearly loved children, and walk in love, as Christ also loved us and gave himself for us as a sacrificial and flagrant offering for God. But sexual immorality and impurity or greed should not be heard among you, as is proper for saints.
Yeah, that's good. And what does that mean to you? So, because you read the verse, great. What does that mean to you before we leave?
So for me, it means to live out that life, a surrendered life, something that I'm very blessed to be able to walk in. To walk in that properly is to surrender self, is to invite in God, to be a sponge for the things that are pure and holy, and you have to just get whatever out in time, because God will do that as you continue to walk alongside him. And as you continue to imitate Christ, as you continue to imitate God and his goodness, it'll transform your life. It'll transform the way you see others, and you will be able to be renewed by the Lord.
All right. With that being said, this is Colin, guys, and I'm glad to have him here and as a brother. I want to say that is it, and I cannot wait to see you at the table.
This podcast is brought to you by Campus Ministry at Campbellsville University, where faith, testimony, and dialogue come together. Stay connected, stay inspired, and we'll see you at the table next time.